Namaste, I'm Professor R.B. Gandhi from BVM Engineering College and Vallabh Vidyanagar. I'm coordinating the 3 lecture series in mathematics. The first lecture was delivered on 14th September. The topic was Introduction to Linear Algebra. The second was on the 21st September. The topic was Inner Product Space, and this is the last lecture in the sequel, and that is the Eigenvalues and Eigenvector. Here the speakers along with me we are 4 people today. One is Dr. Trupti Desai. She is head mathematics department, BVM Engineering College. Then the second one is Mr. Milan Kansagara. He is my colleague. And the third one is Professor Sailesh Bhagat. He is also from the BVM Engineering College. The topic of today's presentation is Eigenvalues and Eigenvector. So the first 40 minutes will be taken by Professor Milan Kansagara, and thereafter the last part will be taken by Professor Trupti Desai. Mr. Milan Kansagara.
Thank you, sir. So today we will start with the content of the lecture. We will see mainly 2 topics: eigenvalues and eigenvector, and diagonalization. So let us see from the slide. Let us start with definition. The definition of eigenvector. So if a matrix n cross n matrix, then a non-zero vector x in Rn is called eigenvector of A if Ax is a scalar multiple of x. Now scalar multiple of x means what? So Ax should be is equal to some constant into x. So we say that Ax is a scalar multiple of x, and lambda is some scalar. So Ax is equal to lambda x for some scalar lambda. So the scalar lambda is called eigenvalue of A, and x is said to be the eigenvector corresponding to lambda. So now let us see the procedure to find the eigenvalues. So to find the eigenvalues of matrix, so first of all, by definition, lambda is the eigenvalue of A if Ax is equal to lambda x as per definition. So it can be written as Ax is equal to lambda Ix, where I is what? I is identity matrix. Or equivalently it can be written as A minus lambda Ix is equal to 0. See what we are doing? We are taking lambda Ix to the left hand side. So it becomes A minus lambda Ix is equal to 0. So now this equation star has a non-zero solution if and only if, okay, first of all, A minus lambda Ix is equal to 0. This equation star, it will be a system of homogeneous linear equations. So now this system has a solution if and only if the determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. So now this equation is called characteristic equation of A. And now this equation, see, A minus lambda Ix is equal to 0. So we consider the determinant of A minus lambda I. So when we expand this determinant, then it is always polynomial in lambda. We will see by example, and it is called characteristic polynomial of A. And the scalars satisfying these equations are called eigenvalues of A. So these scalars means the roots of that polynomial. So roots of that polynomial or the scalars which satisfy that equation is called eigenvalues of A. Now if A is n cross n matrix, then the characteristic polynomial of A has degree n, and the coefficient of lambda n will be plus or minus 1. It may be some another constant, but we can make it plus or minus 1 by dividing that polynomial by that constant. So that is characteristic polynomial of a matrix has the form p lambda. Let us say that polynomial is p lambda, then p lambda is determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to lambda raised to n plus some constant lambda raised to n minus 1 and so on Cn. So here we can consider the coefficient of lambda raised to n is 1. So it follows from the fundamental theorem of algebra that, say, this polynomial has degree n. So by fundamental theorem of algebra that the characteristic equation has at the most n distinct solutions. So the matrix has at the most n eigenvalues. So let us see one example. Find the eigenvalues of matrix A, and this matrix is of 3 cross 3, 6 minus 2 2 minus 2 3 minus 1 and 2 minus 1 3. So first of all, the characteristic polynomial of A is, by definition, is what? Determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. So now A is given matrix, lambda is some scalar, and I is identity matrix. So here the matrix I is of the same order whatever the order of A. So this is our original matrix, but we are written in determinant. Determinant 6 minus 2 2 minus 2 3 minus 1 2 minus 1 3. But what we want? We want A minus lambda I. So how we will get A minus lambda I? Just subtract lambda from the diagonal elements, like 6 minus lambda, 3 minus lambda and 3 minus lambda. So see, this is our original matrix, and just subtract lambda from the diagonal entry, then we will get A minus lambda I. So by expanding this determinant, we will get this minus lambda cube plus 12 lambda square minus 36 lambda plus 32 equal to 0. So as we have seen, the coefficient of lambda cube will be minus 1 here. So multiply by minus sign. So it is lambda cube minus 12 lambda square and so on. So by trial, now this is cubic equation. So by trial and error we can find lambda equal to 2 is a root. So let us factorize it. So we will get lambda minus lambda equal to 2 is a root. So lambda minus 2 will be a one factor, and the remaining quadratic factor will be lambda square minus 10 lambda plus 16 equal to now 0. So now this is very easy exercise to find out the remaining quadratic factor, and if we factorize that quadratic factor, then it will be lambda minus 2 lambda minus 8. So it gives lambda equal to 2 2 and 8. So these are three eigenvalues of matrix A. So let us consider some another example. So this is another 3 cross 3 matrix. So same way, the characteristic polynomial of A is determinant A minus lambda is 0. So again it's A minus lambda can be obtained by just subtract lambda from the diagonal elements. So we'll get this on simplification. So by expanding the determinant, we will get cubic polynomial in lambda. So by factorization, lambda minus 4 is one factor, and the remaining is lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 1. So solving these two equations, we will get lambda is equal to 4, and the roots of lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 1 equal to 0 will be 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. So it can be obtained by using that minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So thus the eigenvalues of A are 4, 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. Now next example, find the eigenvalues of the upper triangular matrix. So here we have considered one upper triangular. Upper triangular matrix means all the entries below diagonal are 0, and the upper diagonal and on diagonal are any entries. So I have considered some abstract values like a11, a12 and so on, and the below diagonal entries all are 0. So the characteristic equation of A is what? Determinant A minus lambda is equal to 0. So it gives, just subtract lambda from the diagonal element. So on expanding this, we will get this.
Sir, how can we write this equation directly?
Okay, so see here first column is, let us expand this determinant from the first column, then a11 minus lambda into determinant of its minor. So what is
Yes.
remove the first row and first column. So the remaining portion is what? A22 minus lambda, A23, A24, 0, A33 minus lambda, A34 and 0, 0, A44 minus
Okay,
lambda.
right.
And the corresponding to that 0, 0, 0. So that entries will become 0.
Zero,
So no
okay.
need to write that terms. And now let us expand that 3 cross 3 determinant. So again let us expand from first column. So we will get A22 minus lambda and the minor of that element. So we'll get A33 minus lambda, A34, 0, A44 minus lambda and so on.
Okay, right.
So ultimately what we get? We will get just product of diagonal element.
entries. Okay.
So that is one result, that the determinant of a determinant whose entries the below diagonal are 0, that is what, just product of diagonal elements.
Okay.
So we
Upper
get
triangular matrix.
Yes. So solving this, thus the eigenvalues of A are what? A11, A22, A33 and A44.
4. Okay.
So which are what? These are precisely the diagonal elements of A. And here we see that in this matrix, the diagonal entries are A11, A22, A33 and A44. And the eigenvalues are also that diagonal entries. So we can generalize this result and this theorem. Eigenvalues are diagonal entries. So if A is a matrix, n cross n matrix, and suppose it is a triangular matrix, so triangular, it may be upper triangular, lower triangular or diagonal. So then the eigenvalues of A are the entries on the main diagonal of A. So find the eigenvalues of this matrix. So what are the eigenvalues of this matrix?
By lower triangular, we can say that lambda minus 1/2, lambda into lambda minus 2 by 3 into lambda minus 1 by 4
Yes.
equal to 0. That is
Yeah.
our polynomial equation. By that, we can directly say that this is lower triangular. That's why the value of lambda is directly 1/2, 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 4.
Yes, because it is what? Lower triangular matrix.
Lower
So by
triangular.
previous result, we say that its eigenvalues are the entries on the diagonal. So now some equivalent statements. So if A is an n cross n matrix and lambda is a real number, then the following are equivalent. So first, lambda is eigenvalue of A. So what? The system of equation, so as we have seen, A minus lambda I x will be what? It will be a system of equation, homogeneous equations, has a non-trivial solution, because we have consider what we consider x is a non-zero vector, right? So it's non-trivial solution, and there is a non-zero vector x in Rn such that Ax is equal to lambda x. By simplifying this expression, we will get this: Ax is equal to lambda x. And by definition, if Ax is equal to lambda x for some non-zero vector, then lambda is what? Lambda is eigenvalue of A. So all these three statements are what? Equivalent. So
That's why we can say that Ax equal to lambda x.
Yes, Ax is equal to lambda x if lambda is an eigenvalue of
Eigenvalue. Okay.
and it is a definition, so it is always double implies, if and only if. So lambda is a solution of the characteristic equation A minus lambda I equal to 0. That is also we have seen, if Ax to find the in the procedure to find out the eigenvalue. So now next theorem. So a square matrix A is invertible if and only if lambda equal to 0 is not an eigenvalue of A. So this theorem gives the information that A is invertible, then lambda equal to 0 will not be eigenvalue, and if lambda equal to 0 is eigenvalue, then matrix will not be invertible. So this is the, using this theorem we can check whether matrix is invertible or
No.
not. So its proof is very simple. So let us start with suppose A is invertible. So A is invertible, then its determinant is non-zero. This is very basic result. So A can be written as A minus 0 into I. 0 is the number 0 and I is identity matrix.
Okay.
So by definition, a minus 0I is not equal to 0. So by definition of eigenvalue, lambda equal to 0 is not an eigenvalue of a. And we can go lambda equal to 0 is not eigenvalue, then a minus 0I and its determinant is also non-zero. And if a minus 0I is non-zero, then determinant of a is non-zero. So once determinant of a is non-zero, then a will not be a is
Not invertible.
not invertible. Sorry, a is invertible. If determinant of a is non-zero, then a is invertible. Now some important properties of eigenvalue. A and A transpose have the same eigenvalues. So if you consider any matrix A, then take its transpose, then both have the same eigenvalues. Now sum of the eigenvalues of matrix equal to trace of the matrix.
Sir, here word trace, what is the meaning of trace of the matrix?
So, trace means what? If you consider any square matrix, then the sum of the diagonal elements is called the trace of the matrix. So
Okay.
sum of the diagonal elements is equal to the sum of the eigenvalues. If lambda 1, lambda 2 up to and so on lambda n are eigenvalues of A, then the eigenvalues of Ka are, just multiply eigenvalues of A by K. So lambda 1, lambda 2 up to lambda n is eigenvalue of A, then eigenvalues of K are K lambda 1, K lambda 2 and so on K lambda n. If eigenvalues of A are lambda 1, lambda 2 up to lambda n, then the eigenvalues of A raised to m are what? Just take m power of the eigenvalues of A. So what you are doing with A, just do with its eigenvalue. In previous property, you are multiplying A by K, so just multiply eigenvalues by that constant K. Here you are taking m power of A, so just take the m power of eigenvalues. Now fifth property, suppose lambda 1, lambda 2 up to lambda n eigenvalues of A, then the eigenvalues of A inverse are what? What we are doing with A, we are taking inverse of A, so just take the inverse of eigenvalues, that is 1 upon lambda 1, 1 upon lambda 2 and 1 upon lambda n. Now preposition, so if let lambda be the eigenvalue of a matrix A, then lambda plus K is an eigenvalue of matrix A plus Ki. So by this preposition, if we know the eigenvalue of A, then we can find the eigenvalue of A plus Ki. See, A plus Ki is also a matrix, and here I is what? I is identity matrix of the same order, and lambda K is an eigenvalue of Ka, right? So this is trivial from the property. Second part is very trivial from the property, but let us see its proof. A has eigenvalue, say lambda, then by definition determinant of A minus lambda is 0. So adding and subtracting Ki from 1, so what do you get? A plus Ki minus lambda I and minus Ki. Just adding and subtracting Ki, and A plus Ki minus, take minus sign common from last two term. So by definition of eigenvalue, lambda plus K, A plus Ki has eigenvalue lambda plus K. Now multiply 1 by K, so A minus lambda I into K, so we can take K inside, so Ka minus K lambda I. So it means Ka has eigenvalue K lambda. So here A is matrix, then Ka is also matrix, and here K lambda is some scalar. So some matrix minus scalar into identity. So by definition, K lambda is eigenvalue of the matrix Ka. Now let us see one example. Find the eigenvalues of this matrix 2 cross 2 matrix, here 3 0 8 minus 1, and hence find the eigenvalue of A raised to 25 and A plus 2I. See, so one way is what? A is given, so first of all find out A raised to 25. So to find A raised to 25, that is very complicated procedure,
Yes.
and it will require more calculations. And the second is a plus 2i. So using the previous preposition we can find very easily. And what we do, first of all find out the eigenvalues of a, and eigenvalues of a are what? 3 and minus 1, because it is what? It is lower triangular matrix. So by previous result its eigenvalues are diagonal elements, so they are 3 and minus 1. So eigenvalues of a raised to 25 are what? See, we are taking the power of 8 to be 25, so just take the eigenvalue raised to 25. So 3 raised to 25 and minus 1 raised to 25. Right? Now eigenvalues of a are 3 and minus 1. So eigenvalues of a plus 2i are what? Lambda equal to 3 plus 2 and 1. So why it is 1 here? Because identity matrix is what? 1 0 0 1. So its eigenvalue will be 1 1. And the second is minus 1, so minus 1 plus 2i. So 2 into 1. So on simplification it is 5 and 1. The matrix A is defined as A is equal to this way. So find eigenvalues of this expression: 3a cube plus 5a square minus 6a plus 2i. So this expression will be also a matrix. A is matrix, so a cube matrix multiplied by some scalar and taking this algebras. So we'll get this polynomial in A will be also a matrix. So we can talk about its eigenvalues. So since A is upper triangular matrix,